Guys, guys, I'm man, I'm so pumped right now to do this review. I'm so excited to do this review right now. That was awesome. My long-term prediction came true from a prediction I made a couple months ago. Oh my goodness. What is going on, guys? This is the Club of the Man 1993 coming at you for my live review of the final episode of NXT of 2017 and the final live review of any WWE episode this year. Of course, we have one more live stream coming definitely this Saturday for me. But my goodness, for starting to do these live streams this year on this channel, and also especially to review an NXT as well, the final one, my gosh, I am so pumped. Wow, I could not remember how excited I was this excited during the match we just saw in the main event. And the results also lead to, just this great story that's going to culminate at NXT TakeOver Philadelphia. The main event is set after what happened tonight. Wow. This is why I love NXT. This is why NXT is no doubt aboutly the brand of the year in 2017. Long-term storytelling is really going to help the story leading up to, not the matches that's just the next pay-per-view, but the pay-per-view after that as well. This was just awesome. I don't even know where to begin and whatnot. We had, let me see what we had. Let me see what we had. Mauro Ronaldo's answering my tweets, by the way, right now. Oh, man, we had only 3 matches on the show and a few other little announcements of backstage segments, but man, wow! Let's get right into the show. What are we waiting for? If you're live in the live chat, what's up? And then if you're watching this afterwards, just leave your thoughts down in the comment section. We start off tonight with a kind of a squash match, but just to help put over another upcoming tag team, the Street Profits. Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins taking on the team of Chris Starr and Riley Apex. It was pretty much just a squash match, just to put over Street Profits with a sickling frog splash from Montez Ford to get the victory for them. Afterwards, Street Profits basically just made their claim that they're playing of the year for 2018. They mentioned how this year they came in this year and they saw in 2018 they're going to conquer. They ran down, the tag title scene, the Authors of Pain. They wear cool vests. Sanity and the tag team champions, Undisputed Era, and they say they're here for the belts in the new year. So, and I definitely agree. I think I'd say, let me see here. We have TakeOver. I like to see them have a good run of the titles. I'd say maybe until TakeOver Chicago 2 in at Money in the Bank, or even at Brooklyn 3. One of those 2 pay-per-views is where I think the Street Profits will claim the NXT tag titles. I think. Let's say Chicago 2. I think, I'm not sure, because I'd say probably by WrestleMania both AOP and Sandy will be up on the main roster, unless if TM61 makes their way back somehow. But I don't think getting a tag title hunt right away. But either way, yes, I do think we will see the Street Profits next year become NXT Tag Team Champions. They're a fun tag team. I love watching them. So let's see it happen. Then we had this match. Now, this match was a little bit like the low point of my night, in my opinion, honestly, because it was all right for what it was, but just the challenger in this match, I mean, there's some of a story there. Sonya Deville was in a qualifying match that, she for the Fatal 4-Way at TakeOver War Games. She was in that triple threat match where she had Ruby Riot's ankle locked in, and then Moon hit that cyclical eclipse, but because of the effects on Ruby Riot, Ember pinned Ruby and not Sonya. But Sonya had a little short feud with Ruby Riot, had some okay matches, but then after Sonya had Ruby pass out in the No Holds Barred match, which was not really that great of a match, this gave her an NXT title opportunity against Ember Moon to show she was the one who should have won that match, because she was the one who actually beat Ruby Riot. Again, though, it's like I'm liking what she's doing with Absolution so far. Her and Mandy Rose with Paige, which also, by the way, I heard from some reports on Twitter that Paige may have suffered an injury tonight at a live event. So hopefully it's nothing serious. Hopefully she's okay, because I would hate to see her coming back and having all this heel momentum right now, and this is to all get cut off due to an injury. That would suck. But yeah. But the match with Moon and Deville, it was all right. It was better than the one that, because I saw these two go at it for the championship back when I went to the Takeover. I mean, at the NXT Live show on November 30th here in Pittsburgh. That match was it was all right. This match is a little bit better, but still, it shows that Sonya Deville does have her ways to go before being a top star in the company, honestly. But it looked better. It looked a little bit better. Ember Moon, though, we are, of course, with hitting the Eclipse. After the match, though, with some interesting facts. We had Kairi Sane come out and just, have a little of a stare down with Ember Moon. She brings out her spyglass and looks through there, and she just gestures for the belt. And Moon agrees that, okay, I'm on for this, and then she even taps on the elbow, saying like teasing, okay, we're gonna have a match. Like I'm coming for your title. Man, a lot of people are retweeting my tweet I sent to Mauro Ranallo. Man, I'm loving it. But then we had heard the rumors, and it happened though tonight, and she appeared for the first time. Shayna Baszler came from behind Kairi Sane and put her in the rear naked chokehold, and she basically got Kairi Sane just to pass out, and she wouldn't let go of her, and then she stares down Ember Moon, and then that was that. As Shayna Baszler had been rumored to be making her. Well, she had some vignettes saying she is coming to NXT. Only about 2 or 3 weeks they had vignettes for her, so at least it wasn't 17 weeks like it was for Emelina. But yeah, we had that. So at Takeover Philly, it could be a triple threat match between Ember Moon, Kairi Sane, and Shayna Baszler. I predict it just be Ember Moon and Shayna Baszler. So we'll see what happens. This could also mean more Ronda Rousey's on her way to the WWE, as I predicted in my bold predictions video that she will make her debut at the Royal Rumble, in the Women's Royal Rumble match, and be a member of SmackDown's roster. So yeah, good stuff there. I look forward to see what goes on with the women's division. And then we had a backstage segment with Paul Ellering and the Authors of Pain running down their history. He claims that the Undisputed Era, though, won't write their next chapter. They are NXT, and the Undisputed Era are only on borrowed time. So it does seem like AOP has some unfinished business in the tag team division right now. I kept thinking after the War Games match, I kept thinking that they were going to be on their way up to the main roster. And in 2 weeks, because next week's going to be the year in review video for NXT, the 2-hour special, which, if it's worth reviewing, I'll review it. If not, then we won't have an NXT review next week. But in 2 weeks, it'll be a rematch of NXT tag titles between Undisputed Era's Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish taking on Sanity's probably Alexander Wolf and Eric Young. I don't know if Killian Dane will get into the match or not. But yeah, the rematch there. So I'm starting to wonder, even though I predicted it just being just Sanity and Undisputed Era, Authors of Pain probably going to get another shot at this as well, because Sanity and Undisputed Era have shown they can take out each other, but they haven't really done much with Authors of Pain. So I think we'll be seeing this, and then probably after the Royal Rumble, we'll see Authors of Pain up on the main roster on the Raw brand, as I predicted. Now, depending on what happens in the Superstar Shakeup, they could end up on SmackDown also, but I think at least till before WrestleMania, have them go to Raw. So that's what it looks like was going to be happening there. Just a little bit of hype for that match. And then also we had Christy St. Cloud backstage stopping Ember Moon, asking her about what just happened after her win with the stare down from Kairi Sane and Shayna Baszler's debut. And she said, as champion, I have a target on my back, and I'm ready for whoever wants it. She doesn't care who it is, Shayna Baszler or Kairi Sane, but you just need to step into the ring next time, and I'll gladly face him, pretty much. So, again, we'll probably have Ember Moon facing any of these two, maybe both of them at TakeOver Philly. But I'd say have it just be Ember and Shayna Baszler like I did in my TakeOver Brooklyn predictions, card predictions. If you haven't seen that yet, please check it out. But yeah, then we had a video package just recapping the tournament that got the fatal 4-way spots filled for the #1 contendership for the NXT Championship. We had, Killian Dane defeat Trent Seven in a good match. Johnny Gargano, who replaced an injured Velveteen Dream, got an opportunity. He wasn't supposed to be in the tournament, but he replaced the Velveteen Dream in his match against Cassius Ohno. In my opinion, was probably still my favorite match of the tournament, despite the fact that I would like to see a little bit of a better ending. It's like he just got Ohno to tap out too easily to that whatever his submission is called. But still, I can't tell you that it was an awesome match. We had Aleister Black taking on Adam Cole, and he beat him in the first ever commercial edition of NXT on the USA Network during WWE Week. And then we also, last week, we had Roderick Strong and Lars Sullivan in a really, really good little man versus big man match. Strong, lost the match and Sullivan got the win, but it was still an awesome showing from Roderick Strong. So that's what's set up for our main event, our Fatal 4-Way. But before we got there, again, it was just announced again, the match for next week, the tag titles. Well, in 2 weeks, in the first episode, it'll be from the center stage in Atlanta. And then next week, we're going to have Caleb Braxton and Mike Rome be the hosts of the 2-hour special 2017 year in review for NXT, which I look forward to watching that. Again, if it's worth reviewing, I will come on here next week and do a live review talking about that show, which I believe that, January 3rd. Yeah, because next week I still have some post, Christmas events happening next week, even though, it'll be the new year. But, to me, it's still the Christmas season. I just wanted to get out, just, visit some family and whatnot, some friends. But we'll have that. And then we get to this main event. The main event for the #1 contendership for the NXT Championship. The winner takes on Andrade Cien Almas in the main event of NXT TakeOver Philadelphia next month on the Saturday before the Royal Rumble. Before I talk about this awesome main event, let me just go to Twitter really quick because I did have a poll set up for who they think was going to win this match. Let me scroll down here. Aha. So at 6 votes, but who will win the Fatal 4-Way tonight? Nobody voted Killian Dane or Lars Sullivan, but out of the 6 votes, 33% said Aleister Black, 67% said Johnny Gargano. And again, I'm going to be 100% honest. I did not read any spoilers because I had my long-term booking plan, which again, if you haven't heard it yet, I will share it after I talk about this main event. This was awesome. 2 big men taking on 2, cruiserweight style wrestlers. I don't want to say that because I don't want to put anyone of them in the cruiserweights, but 2, high flyer and quick moving guys who were just very agile. And even, Killian Dane and Lars Sullivan are pretty agile as well. Well, Killian Dane a lot more. Lars Sullivan somewhat, but not as agile. He's just a big human wrecking ball. But man, did these 4 gel together so good. So many great moments in this match. Let me see here. We have the notes here about what happened. Black started off looking hot, but then he got a nice looking moonsault. He had on Sullivan. It backfired because Sullivan caught him and he threw him into the ramp. And then Gargano tried to do the same thing, but then he got the same thing happen, and Killian Dane just flattened him as well. We then we're ventured over to the announce table where the smaller guys were fighting off Sullivan and Dane as well. Johnny Gargano had to literally climb on one of the poles to hit a super kick on Sullivan to get him onto the set. And then they got out of the way as Killian Dane is this sick looking shooting star press onto Sullivan, collapsing the desk, which we don't see it too often. How many times do we see someone taking out the announcer's table at an NXT, just NXT show in general. And I thought it was pretty awesome. Well worth it. Again, I tweeted Mauro Ranallo because Mauro usually answers my tweets. I gotta give props to him. His story of him getting back into announcing this year, he was awesome. Percy Watson, Nigel McGuinness were awesome as well, but Mauro Ranallo was just awesome in calling this match. Awesome. I loved it. And then we come back from commercial. And then my moment, which again I shared as my Snapchat story and my Instagram story. I even shared it, the shot I took on Twitter, but the moment where it was just Black and Gargano in the ring, I'm like, so fresh. These two can probably put on a 5-star classic if they wanted to. I'm just like, yes, this is what I'm talking about. These two went at it for a little bit. There was a moment wherever Gargano went for his slingshot spear, but then I think Black followed up with a kick to the face to try to get the victory, but it didn't work as Killian Dane got in there and started doing his stuff. Gargano and Black did team up to try to take out Killian Dane, but then Sullivan made his way back and he laid everybody out in the ring. Everybody looked so strong. This was a match that no matter who won this match, everyone came out looking just fantastic. What else do we have here? We then had Sullivan taking out everybody, and then he had the freak accident on Gargano, but then Killian Dane broke it up, and then it was Sullivan and Dane going at it. It was pretty much a draw, and then Black came in and kicked both their heads off, and he even got the black mass on Sullivan, and it looked like Black was about to win this match. But then Undisputed Era makes it. Well, first it was Fish and O'Reilly, the tag champs, pulled Black off of Sullivan. There's no disqualifications, and at first it didn't work for them. But then Adam Cole comes down, and he took really just ended all Black's momentum. So I mean, I did predict. I don't mind seeing Aleister Black and Adam Cole go at it again at Takeover Philly. Maybe with some stakes that though, because I didn't think we were going to get it because they just faced each other in the qualifying match recently on the USA edition of NXT. So I didn't think we would get another match between them anytime soon. But it seems like we're going. That's cool with me. So they took him out, and then but then after they put Aleister Black back in the ring, Johnny Gargano saw his opportunity. He tried to get back into the ring, but then Killian Dane pulled him out, which Lars Sullivan had already been taken out by Killian Dane, I believe. And then Killian Dane was going after Gargano, and it looked like he was about to, literally just throw Gargano into the steps, but Johnny hit a sick-looking Hurricanrana, or whatever heck it is, and launched Killian Dane into Lars Sullivan. They both hit the steel steps. He got in there and he hit that DDT over the top rope, sick looking on Aleister Black. 1, 2, 3. Johnny Gargano did it. Johnny Gargano, who had been having just terrible luck ever since his partner, Tommaso Ciampa, his best friend, turned on him back at TakeOver Chicago back in May. And he had been struggling to try to, get his momentum going as a singles competitor. And then my long-term booking situation has come true. Almost beat him at TakeOver Brooklyn 3, thanks to, Zelina Vega, who is just an awesome manager for Andrade Cien Almas, who's mentally getting to Gargano, taking off her jacket and showing that she was wearing a DIY shirt underneath. And it reminded Gargano of Ciampa, and it just, it threw him off. And then he asked for a rematch to prove himself. And then he tried to overcome it, but Almas still was able to overcome Gargano. So he was already down 2-0. This is Gargano's chance to get redemption. We even saw, before I came on here, in a Fallout video backstage of Gargano coming back, receiving congratulations because, he was given an opportunity and he took full advantage of it, beating Cassius Ohno, and he beat Aleister Black and Killian Dane and Lars Sullivan, 3 of the toughest guys in the NXT brand right now. And he comes back, and then Almas sees him, and him and Vega are like, "Ha, you again," walks away. The stakes need to be raised higher. That is why in my card predictions, I predicted this match to happen. I've been wanting to see this match ever since I saw that Almas was in the was facing McIntyre at War Games for the championship. I'm like, this is what has to happen, because at TakeOver New Orleans, when Tommaso Ciampa he'll be back by then, and I know some people would think he may interfere in the match and cost Gargano his title shot. It could happen. I'm not fully against that, but what I want to see happen is I want to take, again, I mentioned my card predictions. What my friend Rob Kenobi mentioned when we were first discussing this when we collaborated for a live review together for NXT. I think this match should have a stipulation on there where this is Gargano's last chance. If he loses, he's done with NXT. This is his last big opportunity to prove himself, especially against Almas, to finally get his comeuppance against someone who he has not been able to overcome because of his manager. And I'm sure they're going to throw everything at Gargano. And because honestly, put the title on Gargano, because again, you can have anybody battle at TakeOver New Orleans. It's going to be an awesome pay-per-view. I know it already. But that's going to be when we see Gargano and Ciampa go at it, most likely. Nothing, in my opinion, is going to be better than that match. Nothing. Nothing at all. So that's why I wanted to see Johnny Gargano become the #1 contender, and he was given this opportunity with the story written. And even, so if they want to do this before TakeOver Philadelphia, you can even have another awesome match to build Gargano up as well. The Velveteen Dream could return saying, hey, I was supposed to be in your spot, and you went all the way. I would have done the same thing if I was not hurt. So I want to face you. I'd like to see that happen. And even as far as even put, Gargano's #1 contendership on the line or something. Or even if they want to do Lars Sullivan, since Gargano took out Dane and Black, he didn't take out Sullivan as well. You can have him face Sullivan. I don't care. But something just needs to give and make Gargano get this one more big win to make this even more important. Because they built Johnny Gargano as an awesome main event underdog this year. And, as I said in my bold predictions video earlier, is that I'm not sure, though, if sometime in 2018, if Gargano and Ciampa will make their way to the main roster, I'm just worried they're going to put them in the cruiserweight division. Please don't do that. Please don't do that, Vince. But, man, just what a show. What an awesome episode of NXT. I loved it. I had a blast watching this. And even doing this review, I couldn't wait. I was pumped. Merry Christmas indeed to us, all the WWE fans who watch NXT tonight. We had an awesome ending. That's why I'm giving this show an A-. I mean, I probably would have gone with an A, but, the match between DeVille and Moon, it was all right, but I like to have it afterwards, but I still thought that this show probably could have been a little bit better if that match would have been better as well, or if Sonya Deville had a little better showing as well. But still, A-. Awesome main event, awesome show, great way to end the year for a WWE fan watching, Raw, SmackDown, and NXT as well. So, guys, that's pretty much it. What are your thoughts on tonight's episode of NXT? What grade would you give it? Are you happy that Johnny Gargano is going to be facing Andrade Cien Almas in the main event of TakeOver Philadelphia for the NXT Championship? Do you think we will see Tommaso Ciampa cost Gargano his opportunity, or do you think he's going to win and defend the title against Ciampa at TakeOver New Orleans? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. And as always, please be sure to click that like and subscribe for more content on this channel. Follow me on Twitter at DemandAirboy93. So what's left for the year for me? Well, as of now, we're going to have some odds and ends. I'm going to try to see if I can get more of Shab's 2000 done for my video game Let's Plays. I am definitely Saturday, probably noon, 1 o'clock, maybe, not sure yet, Pittsburgh time. I will be doing my live Q&A and end of the year video as well. So if you haven't done so, go back to my video I posted a couple days ago. Leave your questions. If you follow me on Twitter, you can leave me questions on Twitter as well. And I'll make sure to answer them. If you want to just tune in live and ask me questions there, that'd be awesome there. I'll begin answering your questions and just talking about, the progress on this channel and my plans going forward for this channel as well for 2018, just the end of the year celebration. And that was going to be the last video of 2017, and we'll get into 2018. So again, I know also, especially, these live reviews for Raw, SmackDown, and NXT were only added after Battleground. But let me tell you what, I have a blast doing these reviews. I didn't really have anybody participate in the live chat in this review, which that's okay. But usually it's, either Ryan Kenobi, TN Couponer, here and there, Lunatic Cringe. Recently it's been Lauren Hutton. several others who have participated in the live chat for my live reviews this year. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it all. I'll be sure to give you guys shout outs as well in my Q&A video on Saturday as well. But yes, thank you guys. It's been an awesome year. I love doing these reviews. We'll continue to do them in 2018 as well. So with that, guys, I'm going to check out. I will see you guys all later. Have an awesome night, and I can't wait for NXT TakeOver Philadelphia now. Thank you, Johnny Gargano.